Like many other low-lying coastal nations, Belize is vulnerable to the effects of climate change, and because of our economic dependence on natural resources, our vulnerability is amplified. The impacts on agriculture, livelihoods, and tourism may be devastating. The future climate for Belize will likely be characterized by increasing temperatures and declining levels of precipitation. Therefore, the threat of climate change requires collaborative action across society. This involves key actors in government, the private sector, and the wider civil society in order to seek solutions that will reduce global emissions of greenhouse gases to mitigate the effects of climate change. Civil society organizations play a critical role in the pursuit of sustainable development, not only by improving the population's access to climate information, but by advocating for strong policies and action and implementing practical adaptation and mitigation projects supported by climate financing mechanisms such as the Green Climate Fund. So, what is the Green Climate Fund? The GCF is the world's largest climate fund and main multilateral financing mechanism. Its mandate is to support developing countries like Belize to achieve their greenhouse gas emission reduction targets and to help vulnerable societies adapt to the unavoidable impacts of climate change. Operationalized in 2015, the GCF is an operating entity of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and its main focuses are 1. Reducing emission from transport, energy generation, building cities, industries and appliances, and 2. Supporting the increased resilience of livelihoods of people and communities, health, food and water security, infrastructure and built environment, ecosystems and ecosystem services. Accessing international climate finance is a key priority for increasing climate resilience. The National Designated Authority is the focal point between the fund and stakeholders. In Belize, the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment serves as a national focal point, or NDA, to the GCF. Also, the Protected Areas Conservation Trust is Belize's first direct access accredited entity, and the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center is a regional accredited entity that also supports projects in Belize. How can your organization access funding from the GCF? Firstly, project concept notes can be submitted to the GCF for readiness initiatives with up to $1 million available annually, and for full projects on adaptation, mitigation, or a combination of two that ranges from $10 million to $250 million. Readiness initiatives can be submitted via the NDA and a delivery partner, while full projects are submitted via an accredited entity and its partners with the NDA's approval. Those proposals are cleared by GCF headquarters based in South Korea and are then assessed by an international technical advisory panel. Finally, proposals are approved by GCF board, which is comprised of 24 members and includes 2 civil society observers. Unlocking climate finance can enable your organization to scale up climate-smart investment programs to develop transformative projects for climate change adaptation and resilience in Belize. For more information, contact the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment at 822-2362 or the Protected Areas Conservation Trust at 822-3637 or visit med.gov.bz/NDA.